So, the last few movies I've reviewed, two of them are clear Oscar bait films of Licorice Pizza and West Side Story.
Oh, yeah.
And the one I'm going to give a positive review to is Sing 2.
Are you fucking serious?
I did not hate this movie.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me.
I didn't hate it. I don't know what to tell you, man.
All right. Okay. Well, this I gotta hear, because...
No, you go first. You clearly got something to work out.
I mean...
So I'll let you go first.
I was just gonna are you ready for Side Plots? Side Plots the movie. We got them. You want side plots? We're gonna shove them all in there. We're gonna put so much in the movie that, just, hold on, I gotta gather how I was gonna phrase this sentence. Just gonna shove every side plot in the movie so that everything feels rushed, but it's still way too long.
Compared to the first movie, is much more streamlined.
I mean, yes. I mean, that's also debatable, but because I don't remember the first one being streamlined either. It's
the first one had more characters. So.
Yeah, true. I had trouble with this movie, Michael.
I can tell.
So, you were saying earlier I was groaning a lot, and that's accurate, because there was okay. You ever watch Beastars?
No.
Okay. Well, in Beastars, there's a whole sub, they're all in the theater clubs. There's a lot of scenes in theater of them rehearsing and putting on a play. And it's there's a fucking scene where the deer is all he's doing fight choreography. And he's don't hold back, I can handle it. And I'm just that is not how fucking fight choreography works. It is not some Ronin samurai, don't hold back on me, unleash your full power shit. It is safe and it is very careful. And literally there was a lot of moments like that I really was having difficulty with. Not just with the dance choreo. There was one of the many side plots is that the gorilla kid was learning to dance, and his dance teacher's a fucking a-hole, and the most frustrating thing the most frustrating thing I'm having here is that I literally forgot most of the movie as it was happening, so I'm just angry for no reason. No, there are reasons. There's just the thing is I can't connect these dots because everything is so disjointed from each other. It's driving me nuts.
I don't necessarily agree.
Okay.
I think maybe I'm just becoming less cynical towards kids' films as I get older.
Okay.
But the way I'm looking at this film, I'm looking okay, what is it trying to say? How is it trying to say it? How is it affecting the intended audience? Which is people younger than us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was. That was me reminding myself in Act 1, but then by Act 2, I was just oh my god.
Because at the end of the day, it's a fucking kids movie, and it plays by different rules. So of course, theater is not going to be the same in a kids movie as an actual theater experience.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But am I going to be harsh on a subplot that is basically saying, hey, the Whiplash way of doing things is bullshit? Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah. That's not the part I had a problem with. My problem was around the end where it was oh yes, I'm going to intrude the stage to fuck him up and hit him.
But I'm
reals.
also
and it's just
and in the kind of thing, the same thing. The reason I liked Encanto, which is I'm not saying this is a great movie by stretch of imagination.
Yeah, okay.
At best, it's okay.
All right.
So don't think it's homage. This movie's amazing. No, it's not that. Because there is a lot of subplots. There is a lot packed into it. There is definitely long sequences. There's look how many movie licenses we got for this.
Yeah.
And all those are legitimate criticisms. I'm not dismissing any of them.
Yeah.
However, that being said,
all right.
Did this movie do what it wanted to do? Yes. Did it say what it wanted to say to the intended audience? Also, yes. Were some of the subplots I got more invested into? Sure. Sorry, I don't have anything.
What was that?
I don't know. I think that's, I don't know, something.
All right.
But
There was a lady here. All right.
it happens sometimes in
Okay.
these videos. But anywho, so like I like the monkey subplot. Is it unrealistic? Hell yeah, of course it is. But
yeah.
again, like I'm also thinking like, yes, it's unrealistic, but what is it trying to do with it? What it's trying to say, like, hey, positive reinforcement can also be a good teacher. Not everyone responds to negative toxic reinforcement. It's like, okay, I can get behind that message. I think it's a positive way forward.
That is solid. I think the difference is also because, like, I do not think in big pictures. I do not think in broad strokes. I am all about details. So, like little things. Like, you're completely correct about that subplot. And, yeah, everyone in theater has worked with someone who is like that bad shit,
so
crazy-ass monkey.
Yeah, I have.
So, like, you know, I did relate to that part. But it's like you have 3 weeks to. Well, okay, yeah.
Now
I'm realizing the things I'm actually upset about are just like really nitpicky shit. That is just because I'm in theater.
Yeah, and
it's like I understand how things work. So like when, you know, oh god.
And like, here's the thing.
Okay.
I get that. I understand that completely. And I feel like I was much more that way like 5 years ago, which is gonna be so like which is why I'm never watching season 1 me, like ever, because season 1 me.
There are some reviews I've done on your channel that I'm just like, don't watch them.
Season 1 me is a douchebag. But anywho, but it's also like, you know, at the end of the day, a movie doesn't need to make 100% sense. It doesn't need to make it doesn't even make logical sense. It even make narrative sense.
All right.
What matters most in a story is how it makes you feel while you're experiencing it.
All right.
And if it's understanding that fundamental principle, you can forgive a lot of the bullshit that doesn't make any sense or is not logical or is not how it actually works. And that's kind of the lens I was looking at this through. It's like, yeah, of course none of it makes sense. Like, like this movie would have to have an infinite budget to do half the shit they do for this play. Like, there's no way. But does it look cool to look at? Yeah. So I'm gonna.
I was gonna say it had very good visuals, and actually there were some like really just. There were some moments that I really did like, but this is also detail brain, where it's like I would be listing specific stuff, but out of context, I would not be able to describe it right.
Yeah, and so like I understand, like, and I've been hung up on nitpicky details too, and I'm at the stage now where, and I'm not saying your complaints aren't valid, so I'm addressing this for a critique as a whole.
There is one big complaint I do want to talk about.
Okay, sure, we can get to that.
We'll get to that later.
But I do is like, focusing on the small details, like it's missing the forest for the trees. It's more like, it's like, okay, you can focus on that, but that's not really the point, and it feels like to focus too much attention on that detracts from what everything else is doing, and that doesn't really feel fair. Now, that being said, if the base narrative and the overall point of the film is shit, then by all means, tear it apart.
Okay.
It's more like, if the central message of what it's trying to do, what it's trying to say, especially for kids, is doing what it needs to do, then I'm willing to overlook a lot of the crappier elements. And there are crappy elements of this film.
Yeah.
But that being said, a film that is inherently about someone telling them they can't do something and saying, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway, yeah, I'm gonna resonate with that story a little bit.
Okay, yeah, shit, you're right. Okay.
So that is kind of where I'm coming from on this.
All right, I've simmered out a little.
Okay.
Because like I was fucking like.
But does that make sense? Though?
It does. It absolutely does. You are right.
Yeah. And it's honestly like you're not allowed to be mad at like certain elements that are in there that piss you off.
That was the one I was thinking about at the time, but the one that I was probably most upset by was, once again, this is nitpicky theater shit, but like, I mean, what was it for? For the most part, like, it's fine. It's you know, it's decent. Like, the visuals are great and the performances are good. I wasn't crazy about the script, and I was having difficulty with all the subplots.
Sure.
Just I was, you know,
those are valid.
There's a lot of shit going on all at once, and it's hard to get a feel of where you actually are in the movie. And it's like, all right,
okay.
The thing that bothered me about something that was sort of presented in theaters that. The way they were stepping around, like, sort of on-stage intimacy.
Yeah,
that was one of the many subplots that That was the one that bugged me a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair
There's
one.
like one of the subplots is that there's the elephant girl who in the first movie was like really self-conscious. And she's like a very talented singer who oversings the Happy Birthday song because everyone loves that. And
the most annoying thing in both these movies, I will acknowledge, is just how when someone sings in public, everyone's like, "Wow, you're such a good singer."
Oh my god.
Versus in reality, it was like, "Shut the fuck up and eat my dinner."
Oh my god, the fucking scene on the bus where they're rehearsing their play, and I'm just like, if I'm on a late night bus and people are fucking singing in the back, I'm gonna
shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to sleep. You fucking animals! It's just like.
But anyway, the interesting theory. Not the good.
Yeah. So there's a subplot where pretty much the koala like wrote up this whole, he had to collaborate with the pig to write the whole script, very quickly and with the pig, and he wrote the script. They wrote the script together, and then there's like a love scene. And they cast the self-conscious elephant girl to be there, and they cast her partner as like this dude who's all like, "Oh yeah, award season, I'm great at what I do, I'm handsome and sexy, oh yeah." What bugged me about it is that it's like, all right, we're gonna get into some personal background here, because this is something that resonated with me personally, but it's like, fucking the last show I did the last theater play I did before COVID was a Stage Kiss. And it was like a romantic dramedy, and there was a lot of onstage intimacy, and they actually did something that was pretty new for theater, which is that they hired an intimacy choreographer. And she was there to, while we were blocking and rehearsing like romantic scenes that involved like kissing or holding or like intimate contact, or whenever we had to show like either like sex or something else on stage, that she was working with it to make sure everyone felt safe and comfortable.
Sure.
Like part of the subplot in Sing 2 is that the elephant girl's never had so much as had a boyfriend. She's never been she's never been close to someone in a romantic sense, so she's really nervous about this whole thing. And the koala, I guess, is the director and the producer. Sure. All right.
It's not unheard of.
It isn't. Yeah, true. What was it? He's just kind of like, you guys will just have great chemistry. He's really talented. You guys are just going to get up there and go for it. And it's like, you need to address some of her concerns, dude.
Yeah.
Like, she's never kissed someone, and, I've known people who were like, who said that their first kiss was on stage and they were really weird about it. They didn't like it.
Yeah, fair.
And, and they didn't have the kiss like in the final show and the final thing. They didn't have a kiss. It was more like a nuzzle, but
like
we're going
to boop.
Yeah, like a boop. They just kind of cuddled on stage.
Sure. Why not?
Nuzzled, I guess. Nuzzled because they were standing up. But what bugged me about, like, really, it's just that particular aspect of, like, and, how they showed her getting over it, where she just imagined that the person on stage was, like, this elephant boy she met, like, the other day.
Yeah.
And, that's, like, her just imagining him as it, and I'm just like, that's, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's like, I guess there's nothing wrong with it, actually, but I guess at the time I was just still mad about the whole...
No, I'm going to defend your point.
There was something that I learned, like, literally the first day I was working with this intimacy choreography in this show, like, she asked me what I was okay with, and that, like, blew me. I was overwhelmed with feelings, because, like, in all my years of theater and study, no one has ever asked me that once. So it's like, the moment she asked me what I was okay with, I didn't know what to say, because usually we're always under the assumption that it's like we're always under the assumption that, in theater, sometimes you just gotta do things you're uncomfortable with because, it's just on stage, it's just pretend. But at the same time, there are things that you can't say no to.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would have liked a scene where the elephant girl was like, I'll do the scene with this guy, but I don't want to kiss him. I would have liked that. Yeah. Like that, I would have settled for that.
Like, okay, here's, like, here's where I'm going to defend your point.
Okay.
So and it's going to tie.
I'm never good at explaining my points.
No, like, I see what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. So I'm going to kind of like explain why like that is valid criticism as opposed to more nitpicky stuff.
Thank you.
Because what you're describing is more of an ethical and narrative-based problem,
Yes.
as opposed to something that's different from how theater is done in real life. And like that in turn ties back to what I was saying and what that informs the audience. Why that informs the most susceptible audience watching this movie, which are of course kids. And what they're not taught in that scene are taught like how to enforce healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
What they're taught is do what your producer says and figure it out. So like. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're absolutely right.
Thank God. What is
it's okay.
this feeling that's hung over me? I'm right about something.
Dude, it's okay to disagree with me.
I am very hard on myself.
You are very hard on yourself. You're a smart guy. You have good points. Trust yourself a bit more.
Thank you.
I'm not always going to agree with you, but don't feel like you have to agree with me.
Okay.
You don't need my approval for anything.
Oh, thank you.
So like on that note, so like no, I think your point is valid, and I think it ties back into the larger point I'm saying overall about the film.
Yeah.
And I think that's how you need to kind of look at a lot of these kids' movies too. Is what are they telling the audience?
Yeah.
And that's how you can kind of start to like, am I thinking about this too much? Am I thinking about too little? And I think it's kind of where you figure what the line is. Are you okay, buddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I tearing up?
You just seem a little emotional.
Yeah, like, I kind of went back to a place I haven't been to in a while.
Oh, come here, buddy. Come here.
Oh,
Come here.
thank you.
All right. But yeah, so like I think like that is fair game for critique. God knows most of my West Side Story review is based on that general principle.
Okay.
So like that's valid. That was a little uncomfortable. I do agree. Like they could have done more to flesh that out a bit, or like make it not quite as non-consensual, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Like fun fact. What was it? Unless it's like, if any of you watching are actors, unless it says in your contract that you have to kiss somebody, you can say no.
Yeah.
Yep, you can say no.
No, you're right. Yeah. On that note, transitioning to other topics of the movie.
Yeah, let's delve into some of these other subplots.
I will say I actually did enjoy the villain quite a bit.
I'll kind of give you that. I'm like, I was just like, this guy's fucking insane. You gotta call the cops on this dude.
Like, I've always been kind of dancing around it, but the main plot of this movie, if you haven't seen the trailer, which tells you the whole fucking movie anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that Matthew McConaughey koala from the first movie?
I keep forgetting that's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, that's Matthew McConaughey.
I just call him the koala who was basically a criminal in the first movie.
He's still a criminal.
He's still pretty much a criminal. He actually has mob connections now, so he's leveled up his crime game.
Pretty much. But anyway, so in this movie, like they have the local theaters doing really well, but a scout agent basically tells him you're not good enough, and he says like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
So he goes over to not Vegas.
What was it? What they call it, Red Shore or something like that?
Something like that, where they talk to this big producer named Crystal, I think his name was, something like that. Who's
the wolf guy.
The wolf guy. Who I gonna look up who played him, but just plays him up as
sounded
this.
Really familiar. Like I couldn't place his voice.
Just plays him up like this goddamn sociopath.
He's like literally like one of the gangsters who probably would have founded Las Vegas. Like, this is a guy who has definitely killed people.
Yeah, no, they don't even hide it.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. It's like fucking crazy. And his assistant is just like, dude, what the fuck? This guy's gonna kill you. Get out of here. It's just like.
Bobby Cannavale.
What else was he in?
Let's see. He's Paxton Ant-Man.
Okay. Who was Paxton?
He's the cop boyfriend. He's like the cop.
Oh, shit, that's right. Okay, I know that guy. Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of smaller roles here and there.
That's right. Yeah, he does a lot of lot of really good side characters.
And Vance Wagner from BoJack Horseman, which is very appropriate.
Wait, who did he play in this? Oh wait, Vance Wagner. That was the.
Yeah, I was the Mel Gibson stand-in.
Oh shit, that's right. Yep. Okay, I remember now. Yep.
That
God God damn, BoJack was such a good show, and I can never watch it again because it fucked me up.
I watched it many times.
Oh.
I have chosen to get fucked up many times.
Damn.
Tells you what I do in my spare time.
Damn.
I have a list of movies, and I'm like, I'm feeling depressed. What do I want to watch
Oh,
today?
man. Like, there are some days where I'm, like, on Netflix, and I'm just like, is this the day I delve back into BoJack Horseman? And then I just, like... and then it's like, there's that moment where it's like... Fucking, I stare out into the middle distance, and, like, fucking... You hear the static, and it's just like... Nah, I'm good.
Fair
I
enough.
decided I choose not to hate myself today.
Fair.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, so that Vance Wagner plays the villain here, and he was just this. Again, he's kind of delightful to watch because he's just unabashedly
like I know, at first I just thought he was like one of those like kind of show business tight asses where he's all like, "Oh, you're not gonna make me look bad,
like
and
disrespect
shit, like,
me or anything like that." But like,
then, like when he actually holds the koala above the fucking building, I was just like, "Holy shit, he's he's fucking crazy."
He straight up tries to murder
Like-
people in this.
Like, yeah,
Like
It's
multiple
like-
times he tries to murder people, and it's kind of just like, Jesus Christ.
Like, holy shit! Like the first time he did that, I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Because like it's not like they had it early on, because the whole
Yeah.
thing is like Matthew McConaughey koala is supposed to like get this
Mm-hmm.
this old like country music singer who's been out of the game for a long time, or like
Yeah, I think he's a rocker,
rock star or
yeah.
whatever, who's been out of the
Like
game.
one of those '70s rockers.
Yeah, something like that. He's has been recluse for 50 years, 15 years after his wife died. And then but he like lies, says he can get them, which leads to the whole thing. He just goes like, well, if you don't, I'm gonna throw you off the roof. Which is like, oh shit, he's serious.
Like I just thought that was just like him just being all like, "Yeah, I'll throw you off the roof," and it's just.
No, but he actually tries.
But then he actually does dead ass, and I was like, "Holy fucking
like
shit!"
twice. Like there's a part where he's like, I'm gonna leave you in this room so I can kill you when I'm done with this thing. So I was like, oh my god, okay.
Oh, man.
This skips some levels from the last one. So like, I'm not gonna lie, just it is kind of refreshing just see just a purely evil,
just an
psychotic
absolute fucking
maniac
sociopath.
in your fucking kids' movies.
You know, like he's the Disney villain we've been waiting for.
Honestly, kinda.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
It kind of is. Maybe that's what I'm like. I'm just like, yeah, kind of refreshing. They don't have a redemption arc, or like a sad song at
He
all.
just goes
It's
to
like,
fucking jail.
no, I'm just gonna nope, you're gonna die, and I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to deal with it. So like, all right, I can kind of get behind that in a weird kind of way. And I did like what they did with the Calloway story. Like, it could have been fleshed out more. Sure, yeah, absolutely. That being said, like the voice actor who did the character did a pretty good job.
Yeah, actually,
they're
was some of my favorite scenes with him specific. Well, actually, really just like my two favorite scenes with him are like one of them was the one where actually I don't even think the voice actor talks in this, but I think it's just like the way they make him look, where he's like sitting at his house, and then he hears like the Porcupine Girl playing one of his songs. So he just goes downstairs and he just sits with her.
Yeah, they kind of give him
like,
the quiet moments.
Yeah, they give him. He has really good quiet moments.
Of course, it's fucking Bono.
Fucking really? Like he does the voice, or
Bono
like,
does the voice.
Does he do the singing voice too? Because he sounds.
He sounds nothing like the voice.
His singing voice sounded nothing like his speaking voice. That was driving me nuts.
I mean, Bono could actually sing, so I'm guessing it probably was him,
they probably like Bono was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm old and I'm rusty, but I'm still Bono." Every time
It's
I
like,
clap my
for my voice, I want to sound like I was smoking Marlboro pack a day.
I thought they were
20
going for
years,
like, I thought they were going for like a Johnny Cash thing at first. Like,
Yeah, but clearly not.
Yeah.
But either way, like, no, it works like that, and like the scene where he's in the tunnel, he has that really quiet little moment. I thought like
oh yeah, the tunnel scene was the one for me because it was like
it was a good moment.
it was like really like it wasn't just that he was like freaking out, like he was like just having it was like.
It was the quietness of it. I
It was
think I
the quietness
appreciated.
of it, and his voice was just like really reserved and held back, and he was like, "I can't do this, I can't do this."
Yeah, so it was like it was not like that was nice.
And I was just like, "Holy shit, that was really good."
yeah, and like I said, the visuals are nice. The actual play part is like the script for it is dog shit.
Oh yeah, but the actual like the way they showed like
But the actually, the visualization, I was like, I'd watch this.
Yeah, the visuals. Yeah, honestly, it's like, yo, if I saw this show happening in real life, like, holy fuck, this is like some Cirque du Soleil shit.
Like, I'd forgive the writing.
Yeah, I'd forgive the script here, but like, it was like and what blew my mind was that I was looking at it from a theater standpoint. And I'm just like, all of this shit is completely plausible in the right space.
Yeah, and no, that's kind of like, I kind of appreciate that
until like the end where they had like the fucking laser beams running in a circle. I'm just like, okay, this is just magic. I don't know how they would pull this off, but
a lot of it was, of course. Yeah. Of course it was.
Like that was the one effect. I was just like, okay, this one might be bullshit.
But the fact that most of it could be done,
yeah,
it's kind of cool.
I was just like,
I appreciate that.
And it kind of even shows it, like the fucking invisible platforms they were being raised on. You can still see the wires on it to kind of tell you this is a stage show, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I dig it. It still looks good. Yeah.
Like I said, like if this show is available, like I'd go see it.
Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah.
The swinging and all that shit, like that's fucking cool. Like I'm not
for
heartless.
Free, yeah, hell yeah, I'm leaving whatever I'm doing. Free show, fuck yeah.
Like I'm not heartless.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we've made like all the larger points we can make.
Yeah,
about this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like covered this from very different perspectives.
I liked the return of the crime gorillas.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually a little excited to see them again. I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
I mean, like to be fair, that subplot was the best one in the first.
Yeah, movie. It was. It really was.
So oddly enough, I don't remember liking the first one all that much, but this one I was like, yeah, you know what? For what it was, I enjoyed it.
I didn't rewatch our review, but I was thinking back to it. I remember you were just kind of indifferent about it while I was seething.
But I've made it clear that like I don't like jukebox musicals.
Yeah,
I typically find them pretty lazy.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm so like. For me to walk away from a jukebox musical going like, I didn't hate it. I feel like that's a fair accomplishment.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Would I watch this again? Probably not.
No.
But it's like from just things from my perspective, I didn't have fun. But just like I think
I think compared to most Illumination. Franchises is one of the better ones.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like visually, it actually lends itself to being very visually impressive. Like Sing 1 and Sing 2, they both visually were really good.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Plus, I'm like trying to fucking think of other Illumination stuff that aren't Minions, and I'm drawing a fucking blank. I don't know. Secret Life of Pets, was that one of them?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Still not crazy about it.
Despicable Me, although that kind of goes with Minions.
Yeah, that's still Minions.
And others. I think.
I'm sure they do other things. Like good old fucking
Pantomime, go over here.
Huh?
Oh, they did the fucking Grinch. I forgot about that.
No, yeah, I guess Grinch happened. Yeah, sure. I guess they did the other they did the other Dr. Seuss things, Lorax and Horton.
Oh, and they're doing Mario, so that's going to be great with Chris Pratt.
Wait, hold on. The Chris Pratt Mario is Illumination.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Fucking God help us. All right. You know what, Michael? I think I'm sick that day.
No, you're not.
Damn it.
Calling your bluff now.
Shit.
Come at you like in the fucking Shining.
Oh, God.
Match.
Come watch a movie with me, Matt.
Here's Mario. Anyway, I think we've said all we really can say about this. I think this is definitely one you have to go in there knowing what it is.
Yeah.
I think to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently don't go see it if you're a big theater tech guy.
I'm not even theater tech. It was just... I think I also just came into this movie in a bad mood. I don't know.
I think if we can take one takeaway from this, Matt, is never feel like you need my approval of your opinion.
Thank you.
Appropriate time for a big-ass fucking light in our face.
Oh, my God.
All right, sing! It's the one time you have permission, go!
Oh, I can sing? Holy shit.
Fast before the light goes away.
Fuck.
Go.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
All right, your time's up.